Hey, hey, everybody. Hey, hey, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to Making Connections. This is your girl, Aly. I hope everybody is having a great day. Let me tell you, the show must go on. But if people only knew, Angela, what happens behind the scenes,
Right.
they see what is the saying? They see the glory, but they don't know your
They
story.
don't know my story. They don't know my story.
Ah, but anyway, welcome to Making Connections. We're here every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Saturday at 12 noon. And today, you see all the flyers going across the screen. It's just telling you different events and things that are happening throughout the community, tri state area of Charlotte and surrounding areas, Rock Hill. And so, if you're looking for something to do for the family to get out of the house, listen, there's stuff happening. There's a mommy and me event coming up May 6th. There's an I Love Literacy event May 6th. There's always on Sundays from 12 to 4, there's a event in Charlotte at the SoundCloud. I always call it hookah and dairy bar, where they have brunch and just fellowship network. And then we got Angela Brand here today. And we're gonna talk about what she has going on. So Angela, how you doing?
I am fabulous. Just came off a vacation, so I am refreshed, charged, and ready to go.
Wait a minute. Did I miss that memo, vacation memo? I missed
You
that.
must not have been looking at social media because I've been broadcasting all of social media, been having myself an absolute ball. I needed the rest. I needed it. Yeah, so I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, welcome back. And
Thank
welcome
you.
back to Making Connections. I know you've been on before, but just in case this is the first time some of our viewers have seen you, I want to give you opportunity just to introduce yourself.
Well, I always like to say that I am just this little girl from the east side of Detroit who decided to believe in herself and turn her mess into a message. And now I'm helping women all over the world do the same and training to become motivational speakers, life coaches. And I created the world's number one platform called the Her Fire 12 City Women Empowerment Tour. That's a little, just a little bit about who I am. I don't
Just
want
a
to give
little
too
bit.
much too fast.
Right. We got to keep them listening, keep them listening. But
Yes.
yeah, so she is definitely, that's who I got my training from to be a certified life coach. And so, yeah, I can definitely speak for that experience. She wants to make sure that you are prepared. So if you are ready, this is the person you should reach out to.
Look,
Right, right. Are you taking Blake Shelton's place?
yes.
Now that he's retiring, we got somebody else. I love it. So tell us, Angela. I know your mission is to help women to, like you said, become speakers, coaches, whatever. But what is the passion behind that? Like, why are you not just doing it all for yourself? But why did you decide to reach back and help us?
You know what? When I really sit down and look at it, I think about all the times I was told I wasn't ready, all the times that I thought I wasn't good enough, all the times where I doubted myself and I doubted what God was really showing me of what I can accomplish. And there are so many other women that are stuck in that mindset. They feel like because I did this, I can accomplish XYZ. Because I raised my children on welfare, because I may have a couple of baby daddies, or because I never accomplished anything, where I don't have the adequate education, that I can't succeed and be paid to be myself. Then when I step on the stage and when I come on camera, I come as Angela Brand because I realize that I'm enough. And that's what I want to offer to women, a time so they can heal, they can grow, they can mature into their ultimate purpose. And that purpose is just not for us, it's to share with the whole world. So now when you open yourself up to the whole world, you need somebody to support you. You need somebody that's going to believe in you, is going to push you when you have reached your limitations, when you have stayed in that comfort zone. You need somebody to say, hey, I see you. You're going the right direction. I'm proud of you. Let's keep going. And that's what this journey is all about. That's where my passion comes from, is knowing that I get to help women with the opportunity of introducing her to her greater self. That's what it's all about. It's not really about hitting the stage. It's not about becoming certified. That I get the opportunity to introduce her to her higher self.
Wow. Listen, and that right there is something everybody should get to, right?
Exactly.
Be-
Exactly.
because you're so right. We think about, but why do you think that is? We always concentrate on what we didn't do. Maybe we tried before and we weren't successful. We don't have but 5 followers. So,
Yeah.
why do we get stuck on all that stuff? But we never, even if we have 1 or 2 followers that are always there, always applauding us, we think about, well, but somebody else has. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's because of we live in a world that's where there's a lot of competition. We live in a world that we fall into the status quo. You're supposed to be here at this age. You're supposed to be doing this by this time. You should know this. So now we compare ourselves to people, and now we enter into this realm of imposter syndrome. We feel like we don't belong here. We're not supposed to be here because I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And that's what I'm all about. When you introduce women to their higher self, now they see themselves from a different perspective. They remove all the mess, they remove all the shortcomings, they remove all those things, and they really get the opportunity to see themselves as God see themselves. And that's what it's all about. It's
Right.
helping her change her perception about what she sees and who she sees when she look in the mirror. Because look at this. Most of the time we see ourselves from the eyes of the people who hurt us.
Hmm.
We see ourselves from the eyes of the people who caused us pain, and they may have a limited image of how they see themselves. Now they just projected their self image onto somebody else, and because we wasn't cultivated to see ourselves as great, we don't get the opportunity to walk in that in this lifetime. So I'm here to change the narrative that you can walk in it in this lifetime, that you don't have to wait until you're 60. You don't have to wait until all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. You don't have to wait until you're all the way healed. You don't have to wait until you fully believe in yourself, but you have a coach and you have a trainer that coaches you along that journey. And
Hmm.
that's the beautiful thing. If this is a journey, I always tell people that your journey can be detrimental or it can be a beautiful journey. It all depends on how you see it. My journey to get to where I am has been a beautiful journey, a time of beautiful crying, a time of beautiful pain, a time of beautiful growth. Is how I decided to see it.
Right.
And
Right.
that makes a difference.
And you're right. I mean, it's all about, again, like you said, the perspective of where you are, of where you're going, because the thing about it, and we forget, because when we're going through, we think we're the only person who's ever failed at a business. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. I mean, if you
Yeah.
really look at it, the Bill Gates and Oprah. I mean, look, Oprah's not even doing the Oprah show anymore. That season was over for her, so she's still being productive. She's still doing stuff, but
But
that season, go
look
ahead.
at this. She's not doing the Oprah show. She went on to something bigger.
Right.
She had to shift from seeing herself as a TV host to a TV station owner.
Mhm.
And that took coaching
Right.
because
Right.
hosting was all she knew.
Right.
And changing that narrative, a black woman owning a TV show, a TV network,
Exactly.
that took her having a perception change.
And she didn't do it overnight.
Yeah,
I mean, she
right.
hosted for how many years, right?
Exactly.
And then she's like, well, wait a minute. I want to do more. I want to be able to offer other people more
Ex-
opportunity, a stage, a platform. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I talked about it on the show Saturday. It is so important, I think, to have that coaching, to find your tribe, to find somebody who is truly in your corner,
Yeah.
not somebody that's just always applauding, saying yeah, 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 but they don't really know much more than you know about how to navigate to get to the other side. it's good to have people who support you, but you've got to have somebody who's already been the route that you want to go, right? Who knows the information, knows how to make the connections, knows how to put your speaking, your speech together, right? You gotta invest in yourself, right?
Yes. And that's what I'm finding out. A lot of people want to take the shortcut into this thing, and they feel like they can just go and just start speaking with no official training. And I call that really the poverty mindset. The poverty mindset says that I can just start with no experience and I'll learn along the way. But that may take you a little bit longer. When you have a system, when you have a structure, now you're able to practice in a perfect way. See, we used to doing things on trial and error. But if success have left clues, to what clues are we following? What systems and structures are we following? I'm one of those. When I started, I transferred from ministry to business thinking it was the same, right? Thinking it was the same and I could use the same blueprint. But I quickly found out that I could not do that because the speaking business is something totally different from when you're speaking in ministry. You have to have systems and structure in place, your marketing system, sales system, the mindset of being a business owner and not just being an employee. That is something totally different. So I help my clients within that transition, whether they come from ministry to business. Because ministry says, I'm just going to serve and give everything for free, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can show up Sunday
Okay.
morning, Wednesday, Saturday, and I can just give my gifts for free. Business says you're going to go out of business. That's your quickest way to being broke.
Right.
So if I'm used to being paid or giving a love offering for giving a message, I can't possibly put a price tag on it for a 60-minute or 30-minute speech and a high price tag. There's two different industries, so now there's two different mindsets. So now I find it sometimes longer for my clients to make the mental shift and the imagery shift and how they see themselves and really say, okay, I'm going to show up as a professional speaker and this is how much I charge because of the value that I'm bringing. And if they don't see the value in who they are and their self worth, it's going to be hard for them to charge. So the Her Fire Tour was a platform created to help them along that transition. Some people you just need to take by the hand. Some people you need to walk with day to day because people don't see the mental breakdowns. They don't see the emotional breakdowns. They don't see how I have to constantly encourage them and speak life into them just to get on the stage. And that takes a special type of anointing to do that because if you're doing it just for the money, then the people won't get what they need. This is a life passion assignment for me. If I never made another dollar in life in my business, I know that I have helped women develop the courage, the confidence that they need so they can show up with clarity on what their message is, who they're speaking to, and why they're speaking to this group of people.
Mm.
It runs deeper for me. When I lay down at night, I can say that I have done what God called me to that particular day. Tomorrow will work itself out, but I take day by day,
Right.
whatever the case may be. The text message, the phone calls, the inboxes, the emails that women needing somebody to speak life into them because they have to mature to a place to where they see themselves as a six-figure earner in their business or a five-figure earner, whatever the financial goal may be. It takes a consistently somebody speaking life into them, saying, I'm proud of you, I believe in you, and showing them we're going to celebrate your small wins. You know what? You had an event, you may have two people register. Let's celebrate for those two people.
Amen.
Let's stop striving for the big things when we have not learned to be faithful over these few small people that God has given us. My first life coaching certification class, I had one person, and I showed up with that one person like I had thousands in because
Right.
the mindset, if I'm faithful over this one person, God will send me many. And fast forward to 5 years later, what 70 people that I've certified and trained. I can say that I'm building the momentum. Yes, I would love to say I've trained thousands of people and millions of people, but I celebrate where I am now. It took me developing myself, learning what I'm capable of, getting over the fear, getting over rejection. And these are all the different things that my clients face that I'm now able to help them through because I know what it feels like. I know what rejection sounds like. I know what it sounds like when a woman is sitting there self sabotaging herself.
Wow.
And for them, they're living in the moment and they saying, I could not possibly see myself being received by an audience buying my books, audiences, signing up for my coaching program. That takes time to shift for some people.
Mm-hmm.
And most people are distracted by the hype of the speaking industry and not focusing on developing themselves. And that's what I do for my clients.
Okay. We can have who's ready to sign up? Who's ready?
Right.
Listen, because and you're right. I mean, I think the important thing about, you being there to, to answer the texts, to get the calls, because it is a new place for a lot of people. And in that place, you have to be vulnerable because you're turning your mess into a message. So that means you got to tell people what your mess is sometimes. You
Yeah.
see?
But look at this. You got to get over the shame,
Yep.
the embarrassment, resentment, forgiveness,
Hmm.
acceptance. These are layers of things. Look at this. When God first told me to share my story, I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm not telling people that I still have daddy issues. I'm not telling people that I've dealt with rejection for almost 30 years. I'm not telling people that. Like, no. But I found out the more I shared my story, the never level of healing that I received
Hmm.
through that journey, I was able to connect with my audience on a whole nother level.
Right.
And that's what it's about. And able to, the audience have to see themselves in your message.
Right.
And
Right.
if they don't see themselves in your message, you're not going to have that connectivity to the audience. And your sales is not going to be converted in that aspect.
Right. Right. Oh, listen, because like you're talking about, even that vulnerability, because you are healing, and you said that, because really through this journey, you're healing yourself. You're getting over all of that. You're really releasing it where you thought you did before, because you wrote it on a piece of paper and burned the paper.
Or you turned around in church and you shouted and you ran to church. No, you're not healed.
Listen.
You're shouting over that mess. Now
Right.
it's time to sit down from the AB5 Speaking Academy, sit down and really do the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really do the work. I have clients that always say, okay, I'm stuck on this module. I never had anybody to ask me this question. Throughout every coaching program that I have, I designed it specifically to challenge what you believe. When
Mm.
I tell them, I'm going to challenge what you believe. If you say God is good, show me how he's been good. Can we see the fruit in your life? Can we see God speaking through you in your life lining up with that? Because we're programmed to say all these cliche words, do all these cliche things, but not really doing the inner work. You thrive in this industry by doing the inner work, not going out connect with so and so because they have a big platform, not connecting with this big name, but you doing the inner work. Because when you get there, you're not going to be able to stay there because you're not mature enough. Yes, your gift make room for you, but it's going to be your maturity that's going to take you further in that room and keep you in that room. And
Right.
that's the difference.
Right. And I think that's where, people get upset, and because they said they've tried before, but you're right. They didn't try in the right m- mind frame. They didn't try in the right order. They were just trying to keep up. They were trying to show up with a smile.
Yeah, they're not mature enough.
Yeah. And you're
Because
right. Your
this is
character.
this is what you have. You have 50-year-old in age, but their emotional state is still at 15 or
Hmm.
still at 7.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I've taken a lot of training in my days, right? But it wasn't until I was able to sit and mature as a woman first before getting to another stage, before doing anything else. I had to mature as a woman. And that's a big difference. And that shows once you get on stage. Your maturity level shows because as you mature, your message will mature.
Mm.
Because your message can't grow anybody when you're not matured yourself. And that's the difference. Yeah, you say you want to do all these things. You say you're called to. You say this, but you're not at a mature place. So therefore, you're going to keep running. Therefore, you're going to keep making excuses. Therefore, you're going to keep sabotaging your destiny, sabotaging opportunities. When you're at a mature place in life, you're willing to face what you need to face to become the woman or the man that you are created to be. And that is the difference. We have a lot of talk,
Yeah.
but when it's time to really put in the work, people run away because they're not used to being challenged. They're not used to being pushed. They're not used to being provoked. And that's what healing look like.
And
That's
you
what it look like.
yeah, and you're right because a lot of times when we've been told, well, maybe you should tweak this or that, we hear that as, oh, I'm not good enough. I didn't do it right. Oh,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Because of all the stuff that we've heard in the past, and it's been in the negative arena. But yes, when you get with a coach that really cares for you, they're gonna this one right here. She don't. Mm-mm. Is in love. I'm telling you, what she gives
Yeah.
you is in love because she wants you to go to that next level. She wants to see you succeed. She's not just out here trying to make money. She created this platform so the people she's working with can be on the stage. They can travel and see what it's like to travel 12 different cities,
Yeah.
different states, and see what it's like. And she's still there with you. So, man, the Her Fire tour.
It's the world's number one platform for speakers.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about that. I know Tracy said, yes, find your tribe, and Cassandra said, hello. Hello, ladies.
Yes, these are all have been. Tracy is a speaker for Connecticut. Cassandra was one of the speakers for last year in New York. Look, tribe showing up. So
Yes,
look, if you are part of the Her Fire Tour already, if you one of my client students, I need to know that you are in the building. Go
yes,
ahead and drop. Say, hey, I'm here, AB. I'm here. I'm here. Here. Like, share all those amazing things of this broadcast. So the whole goal is to broaden the reach because I feel like every woman needs to be a part of her fire tour at some point of their life.
right.
Right? If you are that woman, I'm gonna say who the Her Fire Tour, the perfect candidate for the Her Fire Tour is about. Specifically, I'm gonna go into three categories. The first woman, you've been doubting yourself. You've been rejecting yourself. You've been making all the excuses of why you can't do this, why you can't write the book, why you can't become a speaker, why you can't start the business, why you can't walk in your purpose. You're stuck. And you like, God, who do I need to connect with? God, where's my tribe? Where's that coach, that trainer that's really going to push me?
Right.
That's where you're heading in life. You feeling like because I'm 40 and I'm 50 already and I have not discovered who I am fully, what my purpose is. The Her Fire Tour is made just for you. Just for you. Or you may be the other person. I'm ready to become a speaker. I'm ready to do this. I'm mentally ready, spiritually ready, financially ready, emotionally ready, and physically ready. I'm ready. Show me where to sign up. Show me. That is designed specifically for you. You can apply to be a speaker. You're ready. You just need the right opportunity, the right tribe. You are ready.
Yeah.
That's where you are. The third person is the person you're ready to take your speaking journey to the next level. You're ready for opportunities. You're ready to travel. You're ready to do this. You may have already had some training. You just need the platform. It's for you as well. So if you find yourself in either three of those categories, I just need you to go to the website at www.herfiretour.com. Either apply to be a speaker, or you can go ahead and register for whatever city near you, or you can travel. I've had people to travel from all over to be a part of the Her Fire Tour.
Truly.
So, really, it fits you, these three different types of women. Or I can add in a fourth one. You a leader. You pour out, but nobody's pouring into you.
That was good. Yeah.
You like, look, I'm empty. I've been serving everybody else. I've been already traveling, speaking. I need a refueling place. I need somebody that's going to speak into my life, that's going to help me get to the next level so that I can greater make an impact on the audience that I'm serving. That is for you too.
Yeah. Listen, I was gonna say that part right there. Maybe you're not sure about the other three, but you need to be in the atmosphere because you need something from the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Maybe you need that confirmation that it's your time. Maybe you need just a hug, some beautiful women surrounding you and just, talking to you, saying your name. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
something about being in the atmosphere,
That's
right?
going to give you what you need personally to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we can say, well, I need this market, I need this branding. And what you really need is a personal growth, but you don't have a growth plan. I am given 6 master keys to accelerate your growth. And those of you that attended last year, the master keys last year was phenomenal. But this year, master keys have went to a whole nother level. I am living these master keys now.
Right.
So as I'm growing from the master keys, I am given the master keys. See, I don't give anything that I did not partake of first, that I did not see or do not see the fruits of the word that I minister to first in my life.
That
So
part.
they work. You're looking at them. You're looking at my message because I am my message. I'm a living witness of my message. What you see on camera is who you see when you meet me in person. You get the same person.
Exactly.
No, nobody different. You get the same person. And I'm going to give you the same thing and even more of what I have to offer and what all the speakers have to offer being a part of the Her Fight Tour. What is also amazing that 80% of the speakers from the Her Fight Tour are graduates from AB Speaking and Coaching Academy.
Yep.
You get to see the fruit of the training.
Right. Right.
You get to see it.
That's major. And listen, these women when they come out, it's called fire for a reason. they
Yes.
these messages, oh my gosh. I mean, and
Yes.
they're so genuine and they're so pure and they just it's amazing to show it. And I haven't even, I just be honest, I haven't reach the place that I want to be, but I know what it's like to be on that path and to be more genuine and more authentic in who you are.
Yeah.
Because, when I started this show for you, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know who to talk to. I really didn't know how to interview anybody, and I was always making a list of questions and I was like, these questions don't really work for me. So I had to just, I'm very organic. When you're on the show, it's a very organic flow. We might talk a little bit beforehand, but because I just want it to be real. I want when people sit down for this
Yeah.
hour that they are empowered, that they feel like, hey, I can do this. I
Yeah.
can do whatever this vision or this goal that I have in myself. I tell everybody, you don't have to be a speaker. You don't have to be an author. If I have an author on, you don't have to be a singer or an artist if that's who I'm at. But the stories they tell will still inspire you to walk in your purpose, right?
Yeah, that's such an amazing thing. Is owning. I call it own who you are, or take ownership of that,
Yeah.
of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going, and showing up fully, authentically you in that space. It took me a long time to accept this woman that you're looking at today. It took me really diving into healing and all those amazing things. I tried to be like the other speakers and preachers and all that. That got me frustrated.
Come
But
on.
I learned to accept all of this greatness, okay? All of this. And I had one of the biggest shifts, and I really dive deeper into this of the master keys. The biggest shift is seeing myself as perfect. Because we always been taught that we're imperfect
I was
people.
getting ready to say, even when you said that, some people's like, perfect. You're
I'm
not
perfect.
perfect.
I am perfect. We use words, but we don't know the correct meaning of these words. I challenge you to look up the word and see what perfect means. It's having all the requirements to function how you were created to be. Do I not have all the functions to operate how God created me?
Come on.
I have everything. So I operate according to that purpose, regardless of what I look like, regardless of what my character is. God says I am perfect. So therefore, I'm perfect. I see no imperfection in me because I am complete. I am whole to function how God created me. And you are the same way. And that is one of the biggest shifts that I help my clients to see that you are perfect. Okay, you have a bigger nose than I do. Does that mean your nose is imperfected? Okay, because your skin tone is different from me. Does that mean that it's imperfect? That's how God created you. That's
Yeah.
how He created you. That means you're perfect because you function according to how God created you individually. So therefore, I'm going to show up as perfect, Angela, not an incomplete Aly, but a perfect Angela, and be amazing in everything that I do.
Yes, sister. Come on.
And
And
that's
I
what,
mean, that's really the story. That's the message people need to hear. They need to keep hearing that because we've heard so much of the other stories
yeah,
and we have bought into it
yeah,
and
but
we have bought into it for a long time. So it's like changing your investment to another bank. You like, well, how long y'all been in business? How long, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But sometimes it's like, well, this bank ain't offering me the return on my investment like this bank over here. So sometimes you have to change, shift, just do the dang thing.
Because look at this. If you always look at yourself as being imperfect, you can pick out 20 flaws because you have compared those characteristics to somebody else.
Right.
But if I'm the only one to do what I do, there is no competition, there is no comparison because I am the world's greatest. You great in your world, but in my world, I'm the greatest. I'm
Mhm.
the only world's number one master fire speakers trainer. I'm the only person to have speakers training. This is my world, and my world is perfect. So if I'm the only person in my world, that means I'm the greatest. And what happens is people never walk into that greater because they're measuring their greatness to somebody else's greatness. I'm going to take Aly out the equation. I'm going to take Les Brown out the equation. I'm going to remove Lisa Nichols. It's all about Angela Brand and what Angela Brand is called to do and her greatness. They're great in their lane. I am great and the greatest in my lane. That was a perception shift that I had to make because I felt like, okay, how are you going to be a speaker's trainer when people can go to Les Brown? They can go to Lisa Nichols. They can go to all these other platforms. They can be a part of all these other platforms. But I am the only person who do what I do. I am perfect in that. So I have no comparison to nobody else because there is nobody else that matters more than my assignment.
Mm.
Just like there's is nobody else that matters more than your assignment. You are perfect just how you are. God gifted you with the gift of being perfect. You have to see yourself as it. You may not have all the money that somebody else has. You may not have all the following. You may not have the prestige or the influence, but let me tell you something. You are perfect just how you are. There is no flaws. There is no imperfection. You are perfect. That's how God created you. You're perfect. With your big forehead and all that, you're perfect. With your big lips, you're perfect.
Come on.
Just how you are. And when we get that piece together, then we can show up extraordinary. Then we can show up as the fire girls that we are. Then you can show up and allow God to show out through you.
Mm. Where did they sign up again?
You can go, if you want to register for the Her Fire Tour, you can go to herfiretour.com. If you say, I want speakers training, you can visit www.angelabrandenterprise.com. And throughout the rest of this month, I'm offering $200 off of all training. You have promo codes that are on the page. Check out all those amazing things. And I am gifting those who sign up this month with 2 free 1-on-1 sessions included in their training.
Come on.
So you get the 8-week module training plus 2 free sessions with me. The training is self-study. I mean, the price is really affordable. It's doable. With
Affordable.
four,
Okay. Look.
look, with 4 payments through Sizzle, Affirm, and Afterpay. Okay?
We don't have no excuses, huh?
No excuses. Because get this, either you can keep wasting time doing what you're doing, either you can keep wasting your money on what you're doing, or you can go to a trainer who already have the blueprint, the framework, and the platform that you can follow. And that's what set my speaker certification apart. Because not only do I have the training, I have the platform for you. You already know that you have 12 speaking engagements for the whole year already. Then I show you everything else that you need along the way. I mean,
What else? What else? What else?
like,
What?
like,
What do you need?
what else? Like, really, what else do you need?
You need to sign up for payments. You got
Oh,
different offerings.
yes.
Listen, so you can do it. I mean,
Yep.
it's worth the investment. I truly, before I was like, well, I don't have the money. That was me. I was that girl. It's like that's a lot of money. Am I, I got bills to pay. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. But then I decided one day I'm gonna keep living paycheck to paycheck until I do something different.
Yeah, and you're
So
gonna
there's got
keep
to be a change.
yeah, and you're gonna keep not in affording it because you keep saying I can't afford it because your words have power.
Yep.
It has power. Well, I remember when I was in my transition, I raised my children on welfare for 20 years, 3 children, and I always said, well, if you got the money, why don't you give me the money? Then when you show me how to make the money, I'll pay you back. Right? I didn't know that was a poverty mindset because I was still woe was me. I was still people owe me something because I'm a single mother. Right? So I had to get to the place where I had to sacrifice bill money, sacrifice these things because the money was not there.
Right.
But I knew bills were going to come every month regardless, and I knew I could make arrangements. I'm just letting you in on the back end
Right.
of what I had to do to get to where I'm at. Am I where I want to be? No, but I'm in a perfect place to still to be used by God and to make a great impact. But I had to make sacrifices. I had to not pay some bills. I had to get behind on some things so that I can afford the training that I needed to get to where I am now. Did it pay off? Yes. Did
Mhm.
it hurt when I was doing it? Yes. Did I feel bad while I was doing it? Yes. Did I have the wrong mindset and the wrong outlook? Yes. But I learned to shift my perspective. And now I can challenge you to do the same because at the end, all things work together.
Mhm.
And better yet, you can get people to sponsor you. You can get donations,
Yeah.
anything that you need to do to get the adequate trainer that you need. Now look at this. When I first started my business, I had this friend, and he would say, I want you to get business training. He didn't know I just started my business. So I was all over the place. I'm the one with many talents. I didn't have any proper structure. I was just going with the flow. So he was like, get business training. I'm like, I don't need business training, right? Because my thing was, it's going to all work out. But guess what, Aly? I needed business training. I needed training. I needed to learn structure and system. I
Yeah.
needed to develop the marketing, the sales, and all those mindsets. And when people come into this industry, they always hear, oh, you can make six figures in this amount of time, and you can do this, and you can do this. All those things are great, and that's what we all want. But we need the foundation.
Right. Right.
Without the proper foundation, you cannot effectively build.
Mm,
Go back, get training in business, and get the foundation that I need. And these are all the things that you get within the speaking. I lay out the foundation of what you need from A to Z. But it's your responsibility to execute.
right.
Just because you get training does not mean you're investing in your business. You have to invest in your branding. You have to invest in your marketing. You have to invest in your sales training. You have to invest in these things on a consistent basis.
Right.
If you don't have an adequate marketing budget monthly, then you don't have the right foundation. You can't just post on Facebook and expect people to buy into your services. It
Right.
has to be a system. You work the system until it works. You don't change the vision. You change the system and you adjust it until you get the results that you want.
Mm, that piece right there.
That,
Or
that, that right there, that's the whole strategy session right there. You just got that for free.
I'm telling you, and you're right, and you hit on it too because there's so many of us that have so many different talents, and we want to do this, we want to do that, and because we're good at both, but then people don't really. And I think you were talking about you have to be clear about your message because
Mm-hmm.
people are like, well, does she sew hats or does she bake cakes? Which one is it? I don't know. I think she sew hats, but I need a cake, so I'm not gonna go to her. But you really
Mm-hmm.
make cakes too, so you have to
Yeah.
be intentional on your marketing and your
Mm-hmm.
strategy and how all of that works together. And sometimes because we're all over the place, we need that foundation.
We
That
need the foundation. It took a while for me because, like I said, I have many different gifts and talents, but I serve one person. I always say I serve authors, coaches, and speakers, and it's just because of this. So I need you, if you're listening and you identify just as one, I need you to see yourself as all three. Most people who write a book don't see themselves as coaches, so they don't monetize their book. They stay just as an author. They don't get into speaking, but you have to speak to sell your book. Because how else will we know about your book?
right.
And once we read your book, what's next? Everything stops at the book. When you want to become a coach, how do you coach? You coach by writing. That means books, workbooks, etc., workshops, seminars. But all those things, look, you have to speak.
Right.
And as a speaker, you're speaking, you're motivating, you're empowering. But what do you want them to do after they hear you speak? Buy your book, products, and coaching services. So you are one person. But if you only see yourself as a speaker or as a coach or as an author, you miss out on the benefits of all three. I train one person, that's the speaker. I speak through all of my books.
Hmm.
Coaching you through all of my books. It's the same structure and the same framework that I give in the training that helps you develop all three. Because a lot of my audience may just read my books. They may love my training manuals, my workbooks. One audience may just want the training from me, but you get everything.
Right. Right.
That's the beauty of the training because I help you incorporate all three. so that you can monetize and build a business just off a book, off a message, or off a coaching program. It's the same system that we use. And I call it the fire method.
Mm, 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 mm. Listen, this interview is fire indeed.
Yes. Look, I always love the opportunity to meet with Aly. One, because she knows me. One, because we have
Uh-oh.
the same
Uh-oh.
thing, right? One, because, you know, she's going to be a part of the Her Fire Tour this year, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, look, because you're still running.
Mm-hmm. You right.
There's levels to this thing, right?
Right.
So
Right.
many different levels to this thing. And sometimes we stay where we're comfortable at. You're comfortable doing making connections with Aly. You have developed a comfort place. But now it's time for you to step up a notch.
Listen, Angel, what you got me froze up. What happened?
No,
You
I didn't. When I tell you when I first talked to you, I'm not scared of you.
listen. I was
Look,
like, who is this woman? I mean, we went into this whole conversation. I was like, oh my gosh, like she knows me. Does she know me? How does she know me? This is the
yeah.
first conversation, and she's like, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of what you're scared of. I'm not scared of. Hey, I got you. And
But that's the thing when you see so much more potential and who you serve, you're able to speak that into their life. You're able to say, "Hey, you're doing an amazing job at this level. You're mastered this level. Now it's time to step it up a notch."
right,
We have big dreams, but we have all these limitations. When you totally surrender to the full assignment, that's when you see the manifestation of everything you've been waiting for, everything you've been praying for. There are so many different levels to this. They may be a trainer and a coach looking at me and say, "AB, okay, you're doing good where you at, but now it's time to go deeper. Now it's time to
right,
go further."
right.
And that's the beauty of it, because as I push you, I have people pushing me at the same time. I have people challenging me at the same time, and that's how I can do it so effortlessly. I am I'm really learning to master the art of being comfortable in my uncomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a 12 city tour gets very uncomfortable. I can't stay complacent in sales, marketing, anything that I do. When you live in a world that is driven by hype, driven by flashy things, lights, and all those things, and here I come with subtle marketing.
Right.
I keep my marketing subtle because I don't want to sell hype. I don't want to sell hype. I don't want people to come to be hyped. I want you to come with the mindset that I'm ready to be transformed. I'm ready to change. I've been struggling for so long. I've been in this place for so long. I need somebody that's going to give me some substance. That's the type of woman that I want to come my way. I've been in the hype for years and I'm still in the same place. I'm still struggling in the same area. I've been in the big rooms. I've been on all these places with these people, and I'm still in the same place emotionally. I need a breakthrough.
Yep.
That's the woman that I'm talking to today. I need a real breakthrough. A breakthrough on how I see myself, a breakthrough in my healing journey, a breakthrough in my mindset. That's worth the investment just right there. Because we have spent so many things eating it away, sexing it away, shopping it away.
Right.
It ain't going nowhere until you get in an atmosphere where you can get a real breakthrough. I'm not talking about running through no church. I'm not talking about shouting and speaking in tongues. I'm talking about you sitting down and you doing the work and you being challenged.
That part.
What the Her Fight Tour is about. We have on the spot coaching where you can get your breakthrough right there, where speakers are ready to work with you right in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Starting off with prayer, meditation. These prayer and meditation are meant for you to get your breakthrough. Each speaker builds upon the next speaker. So by the time you leave, you say, I got a breakthrough. My mindset is shifted. I'm not going to go home the same way. I can't go back to a mediocre life. I can't go back to living common that I have met my greatness. I've seen her, and now I got to do whatever it takes to get there. That's the one that I'm talking to. Is that one when you said enough is enough. I've been in this place before. I'm 65 years old and I'm tired. I don't want to doubt this. I'm 45 years old and I need the healing that I so deserve. That's the level of mindset of the woman. You don't have to have it all together. That's my job to help you get it. That's
Mhm.
what I'm talking to.
See, I thought we was just coming on here to talk about a little tour, people going city to city talking. Honey, this program encompasses so much more than that. And that's
Yes,
why it is worth the investment just you
for
to
you.
for you to get to that place, for you to really get to know yourself and to be comfortable with yourself and accept yourself. I mean, we
Yeah.
were young, we did things, we didn't know what we were doing.
No, we didn't know better. So you can't keep continue to judge yourself based off where you were then.
Yeah. And sometimes things happen to you that were beyond your control.
Hmm.
And you can't keep living with that. Like, don't die with that. That's not what you want to die with.
No, no. Don't allow that to be your legacy. Don't
Mm-mm.
allow your legacy to still say, I'm still loading. I'm
Mm.
still working on it. I'm about to, I'm fitting to. Don't allow that to be your legacy. Oh, she had or he had so much more potential, but he never believed in himself. She never trusted herself. Don't allow that to be your legacy. If God were to take me tonight, I can say that I've helped over 50 women become best-selling authors. I can say that I've trained and certified over 60 men and women. I can say that I've traveled impacting lives.
Oh, yes.
That I can say that I lived this full life and I've died empty, knowing that my assignment was complete. I can say that I healed for me. I can say that I have evolved and continue to evolving to the best and highest version of myself. That I can say that I came to myself and I realized my own greatness. Many women can't say that. They will leave with a lot of regrets. They will leave with a lot of untapped potential. They can leave with all these things to say to be continued.
Mm.
Don't leave
Wow.
knowing that you have not done everything God called you to. And we think that we can beat time. Time waits for nobody.
Mm.
Time waits for nobody. You can be here today and gone tomorrow. Don't allow that to be your legacy. My mission is to train 1 million female speakers so they can speak right and coach in her fire. And the fire simply means this: embracing her femininity, the F, developing her impact, the I, the R, tapping into her riches so that she can create this extraordinary life, so she can show up extraordinary, so she can see herself more than how she sees herself currently. We were taught to be humble and to wait on God. God is not waiting on us. He do not want us to wait on him. He equipped us with everything that we need to function how he created us to function. Man has told us that we had to wait. Man has told us that it was not our time. If you don't have a college education, so what? I don't neither. But I train women with doctor's degrees. I train women with master's degrees in business education with
Yeah.
no official education. So if I would have waited on the degree, where would I be? But I trusted God at his word when he told me my assignment. I trusted him. And now I'm able to help other women trust in themselves outside of their degree. Your degree don't make you who you are. That was an accomplishment. That's great. Congratulations. But who are you becoming as a woman without the titles, without the position, without the status? That's who I want to introduce you
Listen. And if you'll just tell it, because I love the way you talk about, because we always say we got to find our purpose. We're chasing after our purpose.
to.
I love the way you define that. So tell, you got to give us that before we go.
So, one thing, your purpose is not lost. You can't go to church to find your purpose. You can't go to the club and find your purpose. God put your purpose inside of you. So if you want to discover it, dig within yourself because it's already there. When the doctor said it's a girl, when the doctor said it's a boy, your purpose was right there with you. The world has shaped you into believing that you got to go outside of yourself. Everything you need is inside you already. Ep, say with me, everything I need is inside me already. My job as the coach in the train is to help you bring it out to the world, to help you see what God placed in the inside of you. Right while you living in the projects, right while you sitting on welfare, right while you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, right where you are in your brokenness, right where you are in your mess, your purpose is in you already. Stop looking for people to confirm who you are. Stop looking for people to validate who you are and look at the clues throughout your life and say, my purpose is already in me. And allow purpose to lead you in life. Purpose has to lead you. Purpose lives through you. When you allow purpose to live through you, then you have, if I can say, come to a place where arrive. Purpose determines, my friends. Purpose determines the
Mm.
type of business I will have. Purpose determines the type of man I will marry, the person you will marry. Purpose determines everything. Allow purpose to live through you and stop trying to live in purpose.
Mm.
Stop trying to live by purpose and allow purpose to live through you. Purpose is talking to you every day.
Every day.
Allow her to speak. Purpose is trying to show you. Allow yourself to see. Get out your head and get into your heart. That's my job. When I told God, I asked God, why are you sending me all these educated people? I barely know how to read. He said, because they've been programmed to stay in their head. And I need you to get into their heart. Because I said I would give you the desires of your heart, not your head.
Right.
I got to get you out your head. I got to get you from over analyzing and being so logical and tap into that heart space and being able to feel and be in the moment. That's the essence of our femininity. That energy allows us to be directly in the moment. We're going to sit in this pain. I'm going to sit in this sadness. But when I sit in it, I'm going to discover what is God trying to show me. What is purpose trying to reveal to me in this? So many books have been written by people who battle with depression and anxiety. Business has been launched because people sat in their pain. Client Tracy, the one in Connecticut, her whole business is a grief coach because she has two children that took their life.
Hmm.
The amazing strength that she found in her time of despair. Look at that. I was raped and molested by 6 different men, and now I'm helping women that have been through therapy get over being raped. What do you do? Where you find that at? Because I learned to sit and rest
Mm.
in that pain and allow that pain to mature me into my purpose.
Whew. Y'all sit in this moment.
Sit,
that look,
sit
I just
in it.
want to be like, Alan, keep
Sit
rolling.
in
I
it.
just need a minute.
Look,
Listen,
edit in
re-
it.
replay as many as you go back to 36 minutes, whatever it was that, you know, you really felt her speaking to you, whatever it is. But truly, this is a time, I believe that. These messages come forth in a specific time for a specific audience. It is for whoever is watching. God is offering you yet another opportunity because He never leaves us, He never forsakes us. He
No.
keeps on presenting Himself through people like Angela. This is the help you need. This is the rescue you've been praying for. This is the option you've been crying about at night.
Yeah.
Listen, I can say that because I know that.
Yeah.
So, really evaluate, is it time to get out of this place? Is it time to stop being stuck? Is
It
it
is.
time just to face your your fear? Whatever it is. Go ahead, Angela. What were we gonna say?
I, if you're hearing this, it's time.
Yeah,
If you know you've been crying and dealing with this for the last 10 years, it's time.
it's it's time. It is
God continues to wake you up because He's giving you yet another opportunity to allow yourself to become the woman that He designed you to be for you, not for nobody else. My healing was for me because I was tired. If you knew my whole story, you will be proud of me, of who I have become, the pain that I have experienced, the many times I had to cry myself to sleep, the many struggles I have had. You will be proud of me. I am proud that you are still listening. You should be proud of yourself that you still continue to get up every day to see another day. But I want you to know that today is the day. And the Her Fire Tour, Angela Brand Enterprise, is the platform, the training that you need. It is the training that you need. Not because I created it, because I have the results to prove it.
Amen.
That's why I didn't come to hype you. The Her Fire Tour come to help you to become. You don't need another 3 step. You don't need another strategy. You need somebody to show you the way. And that's the difference. And I'm here as the way to show you the way that God gave me to this journey called redemption. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and as I dig more into who I am, I would like to. I see myself as this Black female philosopher because I want to bring in a different concept, different idea than what you've always been taught.
Right.
What I say may go past you the first time, but the more you start listening,
Yeah.
you will start to get it because you've been told so many lies for so long that you can't even hear the truth when it comes.
Mm.
You reject a different perspective because you've been taught this one perspective. You've been trying to get to work for you for 20 years. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I had a dream when I first started my true healing journey, and this man was casting this demon out. And I was like, yes, it's finally happening. And I heard a tap on my shoulder. But that's not it.
Mm.
That's not it. We've been programmed to believe that we're dealing with demonic spirits, warfare. No, I don't teach that. I teach from a different perspective. Because if not, then when you went to the altar 5 years ago, that demon should have been gone.
Mm.
All the fasting you've been doing, that spirit should have broken now.
Right. Right.
That's your indication that what you're doing is not working. I want to bring a different idea and perspective to get you the results that you want. That's why God sends me the pastors, the prophets, the evangelists, the
Yeah.
because apparently
Yeah.
there is a disconnect in how you see God.
Mm.
See this thing called spirituality. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
There's a difference.
Listen, okay, tell them one more time how they can follow you, how they can reach out, how they can sign up.
Well, if you want speakers training, you can sign up at www.angelabrandenterprise.com. angelabrandenterprise.com. The first thing you're going to see is going to pop up is get training. There are not QR codes, there are promo codes that were not $200 off, making it only $697. So you have an option to Affirm, Afterpay, and Sizzle to check. And then when you sign up, I will email you links to book your first session. I'll walk with you. We have student support groups every month. I
Mhm.
just You just don't get to train it and you left. You get a community.
Right.
If you say, I want to be a part of the Her Fire Tour as a speaker, go to www.herfiretour.com and apply to be a speaker. You say, I need to attend. I just want to sit in the room. I just want to be in the atmosphere. Go ahead and register. www.herfiretour. The ticket's only $69, but if you say, I have promo codes that knock $30 off to take the tickets to $39.
Mm.
Still a four payment option of $30.
Come
Four
on.
payments of $30, what, about 17, 16, $15? I mean, it's maybe cheaper than that.
Yeah.
But
Chicken.
there's no excuse. We're coming to Atlanta, uh, Richmond, Baltimore, Connecticut. We're going on our first cruise. Detroit, Cleveland, Raleigh, back to Charlotte. We're having a 2-day retreat in Myrtle Beach. Allie, that's where you need to be. That's where you need to be. The retreat is 2 days where we sit, soak in the presence of God. We have femininity pillow talk. We have hot tub talk, morning prayers, meditations, and stretches. Everything that you need to get you to where you want to be. You can go to multiple cities because you want to get something different in every city that you go. But
Mhm.
you are invested in you. Allow attending the Hellfire Tour to be your self care. Don't go get your nails done. Attend the tour.
Mhm.
Be
Mhm.
a part of the tour. Wherever you are, get a group of women and make it a girls' trip. Why not? Why not?
Listen, you and your whole tribe being empowered. You know what I'm saying? That's worth it.
Because
Do
when
it.
I grow, I want my friends to grow with me.
Right.
I want my friends to grow with me because I want them to be a part of my life. When you grow, invite your friends to grow with you and make it your girlfriends.
Mhm.
And we can all glow up and shine and set this world blaze together.
Yes. Yes. My sister. Listen, y'all share this video. This information is
Priceless.
changing,
Yeah.
priceless, life changing. Listen, share this video with others. There's a woman you know somewhere, and you've been probably been wanting to talk to her, tell her that she's more, but maybe you just don't know her like that. Put this on your timeline. This can open up a door.
Yeah.
Listen, connect. Listen, I just, this is a lot. This is a lot.
So,
I ain't seen nothing yet.
look, I just got back from vacation, so I'm on fire. I'm rested, I'm rejuvenated, and I'm ready to ignite her fire. So, yeah.
Yes. So listen, y'all, we have got to go. We could go another hour because this is good stuff. But we are making connections with Allie. We're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. And even on Thursdays, you can catch replays of shows. So you might see Angela again on Thursday evening. If you didn't catch it live today, maybe you can catch it on Thursday. But listen, share this information because it's important. We are here to see you grow. Tell us, come back and give us the testimonies. Come back and say,
Yeah.
hey, I joined the club. I'm part of the Her Fire Tour. Hey, I joined to be a speaker. I don't even want to speak, but I just wanted to do it to empower myself, to get
Right.
out of my own head, whatever it is. Take advantage of the discount. Listen, let me throw some sugar on it. You get a discount and um something else. Doggone,
Two
and
free sessions.
the
Two,
pay. The,
yeah.
there's another thing, 2 free sessions and the pay, you can break it down into 4 payments. So
Right.
this is the time, right? Angela, thank you as always. You are the girl on fire, and I love you.
It was well. I always honored to be a guest on Making Connections with Aly. So thank you so very much to the team that's working in the background. Thank you so very much.
Yes. And so we have to go right now, but until next time, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Hope to hear the testimony soon. Bye, Angela.
Bye. Bye.